Hey everybody, I hope your 2021 has been fantastic to start. The fight world has been on fire to start 2021, and I couldn't be happier to sit down and talk about fights. The beginning of this year has been amazing as far as my stream and as far as my YouTube goes. I really appreciate everyone for continued support, not only on my Twitch channel, but on here. The subscribers have grown, the views have grown, and I just wanted to take this little time to thank you all. And I'm going to keep continuing to make stuff better and doing what I can to improve the quality and the fun for you guys. So that being said, let's get into some fights on Backwoods Breakdown. Before we get into UFC 258, I want to sit down and I want to talk to you guys about UFC 257 and Backwoods picks. This year has been a very weird start. Every card has been almost a pick'em, and I haven't done so great on the pick'ems. UFC 257, I went 2-3 again. Another week of mediocrity that makes us 4-6 on the year. Hopefully we can turn it around come UFC 258. As far as the picks go, I picked Ribas versus Rodriguez. Ribas lost by TKO. Murdoch versus Sanchez. I picked Murdoch. Murdoch gets the win. I versus Hollywood. I gets the loss. Hooker versus Chandler. Hooker gets the loss. Chandler gets the win. That fight I was really torn about because I thought Hooker had the skills to show up and beat Chandler based off of what we saw in Poirier. But Chandler ran straight through him. So don't be surprised if we're doing another talk about Chandler in the upcoming months, because he's going to run through the UFC and he's probably going to take the lightweight championship by storm. And then the main event, the one that the whole world was devastated by, except for the fight fans. Like, all the casuals wanted Conor McGregor to win. Everyone wanted Conor McGregor to win, except for people who love Dustin Poirier and what he's done. I picked Dustin because I knew the dog that was in him wasn't going to allow him to lose twice to Conor. So Dustin takes home that dub, and we go 2-3 on the week for Backwoods Breakdown. UFC 258, Usman versus Burns. This fight has been in the making, and these two dudes are former teammates, so you better believe that they are going to get at it at one another. There's 5 fights on the fight card, and Usman versus Burns is the only title fight this time on this fight card. To start off the night, we have Mati Pitolo versus Julian Marquez. Mati Pitolo is 13-7. Julian Marquez is 7-2. I haven't seen much of Mati. I couldn't even find much about him online, but it seems to be that he goes to decision a lot. So you know me, I like to rock with the guys who go after it. Julian Marquez, every single one of his fights except one are decision or knockouts. So I'm gonna have to go with Julian Marquez on this one. Then the second fight of the night, two dudes who are long in the tooth. Pedro Munhoz, who is 18-5, versus Jimmie Rivera, who is 23-4. Both these dudes have such a similar fight style. It's kind of weird. Normally that doesn't happen in the fight world. So when I was looking at this fight and I'm looking at their past opponents, I didn't really know what to go off of. So want to talk about a coin flip? This one was a coin flip. I picked Jimmie Rivera based off of his takedowns. I feel like if it gets into a boxing scrap, Jimmy's going to go for takedown and he'll overpower Pedro. Then the third fight of the night, Kelvin Gastelum versus Ian Heinisch. Kelvin Gastelum has had the toughest go since rising to the top. I think he's on a 3 or 4 fight losing streak, and it has not been easy. They made him fight the who's who, and he's gotten beat by the who's who. I'm gonna have to go with Ian. It's an up and comer, looking to make his name, and it's a dude in Kelvin Gastelum who is a great one to add to the resume. So a young up and comer in Ian Heinisch looking to take home a win against a veteran Kelvin Gastelum. Then the co-main event. The co-main event's disappointing for a lot of people because it was supposed to be Chris Weidman versus Uriah Hall. which is two very good dudes who are looking to get back into title contention. Sadly, Chris Weidman tested positive for COVID-19 and they had to remove him from the card. So in comes Maycee Barber versus Alex Grasso. Maycee Barber is one of the most respected women in that division, other than the champion. I really think Maycee can get it done. I don't know much off of Alex. Alex wins a lot of her fights by decision and controlling the pace. So if Alex gets out to an early start and puts it on Maycee, she could take the fight. But I'm going to have to go with Maycee Barber. Then the main event, baby. Usman versus Burns. Two former teammates clashing at it. Burns wants this. And Usman doesn't seem too happy that Burns is stepping up and fighting him because he's left training camp. He moved down to Colorado and is training in Colorado. And you know how it usually goes when a training partner gets into a cage. He knows a lot of what you're going to do and he learns a lot. Usman is a dog and I feel like maybe he adapts his style and can defend it. This fight, I genuinely don't know who to pick. So I think I'm going to just go with Burns because I would like to see the title change hands. And I think Burns has the ability to knock out or pressure Usman. But if it goes to decision, by no means don't think Usman loses this fight. If this fight goes to distance, Usman wins. If it ends early, it's not going to be by Usman, it'll be by Burns. Now, that's the picks for UFC 258. We did the Backwoods picks for UFC 257. I want you guys to understand that this next month, going into March, is going to be the busiest and most enjoyable month of the UFC probably. In the beginning of March, they're doing a 3-fight championship card. That's right, 3 championships. The titles will either change hands or stay hands 3 different times. I think it's UFC 260. No, it's UFC 259. 260 is Francis versus Stipe. But that's in the month of March as well. So I'm super excited, and I cannot wait to cover some more fights with you guys. If you liked the video, be sure to drop a like below. Be sure to comment who you think is going to win this fight coming up. Who do you think deserves the lightweight championship shot? Do you think Chandler deserves it even though he beat Hooker? Do you think Poirier just deserves to be the uncrowned champion? Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. And be sure to subscribe and turn on the bell so you get notified for all future videos. Thank you. Until next time on Backwoods Breakdown.